would not be beneficial. It's almost a sheer drop.
Well, or maybe it might actually be good to try to like just spiral down and just like at the top of some trees, just see if the break of the wings on the trees could like help break our fall.
I agree with that entirely. That's exactly what we'd do. We'd slow it down and just aim uphill into some trees, stall it into the canopy. And they will hold us. I know of at least 2 other people who have done that and survived.
I've met a chick that did that out of Hood River.
Yeah, it was a husband and wife, right?
I think so.
Yeah. In like a little like, I don't remember what they were in, like
it
a
might have been a what?
Maybe it was a mall.
Yeah, it was something like that. And she they were coming off of 7, and was it a fuel thing?
Yeah.
It had something to do with fuel. And I don't know if they were out of fuel or it wasn't turned on. There was something funny about it, like she didn't know somebody had done something to the plane or something. Does that sound familiar to you at all?
That part doesn't. Oh, look at the winds there.
The what?
Look at the winds on the lake.
Oh, yeah.
They are showing a wind coming from the southeast.
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh, boy.
Where's that little guy?
He's right there. Is it a little tower, or what is it? No, I think it's just a little shredded
tree. Spindly guy on his own.
Little mountain roll. We could land up there. We could land right on the road.
Yeah, that'd work. It'd be ugly, but...
Well, we'd walk home. I mean, we would walk home.
I wonder why they left just that one guy sitting out in the middle. Look at him, he's all down there like, what the fuck?
Huh. Like, was I not good enough, you fucking racist?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
That's deciduous profiling.
Deciduous profiling.
Oh no, that's not deciduous though, they're evergreens, aren't they?
Yeah.
See, it shows what I know.
Well, you caught your mistake. Used your deciduous checklist. I'm like, oh, let me lean that out some.
We've got the West Hills over here. We can turn a little more to your original heading of 060. I kind of clustered you up going for that little guy there.
Well, we were curious. The tailwind's pushed me up some.
Pushed you up?
Made me use my push-up bra.
I'm thinking of getting some adult pull-ups. That's what I'm thinking of getting.
You getting some gynecomastia? Adult pull-ups?
Yep.
Did you see that car out there? Where? I just saw a car driving out here. It's like, what the fuck's out here?
Moonshining.
Do you like this versus like...
Yeah.
Really? Just feels more like a plane, or have you flown more low wing than high wing, or?
No, definitely more high wing than low. I just like the throttle quadrant style.
Gotcha.
What's this lake down here?
This is Henry Hagg Lake.
And what's a rough heading from Henry Hagg Lake to direct Troutdale? And how long should it take us?
Rough heading for Henry Hagg Lake, 065.
065?
Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so 15 minutes. Oh. A little less.
I don't know what.
Say what?
Scream into the left. So 30 nautical miles, 15 minutes?
So it could be even shorter than that if we keep this tailwind. So, but we'll still say 15 minutes.
See that, see Mount Hood?
Yeah.
Just to that 45 to the bottom left, there's a tall thing that's sticking up.
Oh,
We're aiming right for that, just to the right side of it.
Is that Mount Scott?
That's going to put us on the West Hills, and then just beyond that's Mount Scott.
Oh,
Yep.
I see. That's the West Hills.
Yep.
Do the West Hills have any certain name, or is it the West Hills?
They're called, if you follow the West Hills north, it becomes into the Cornelius Pass range. So Cornelius Pass crosses that range.
Is that the notch in there?
It's actually a little further to the West
right?
Hills, just up right about almost a 45 off our nose right now would be Cornelius Pass.
I see it. Huh. Cornelius. That was the guy who mined for gold and screwed off the red-nosed reindeer to stop animation.
Cornelius?
Yeah. Do you ever see that one? You know, the little, I want to be a dentist. What I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
How much flying hours of your 2200s here in the Northwest?
Most of it. Well, all but...
You flew in England though, right?
A little tiny bit, but none of that's logged. So...
Oh, so you got your private and everything here? You started...
Yeah,
the full...
Truckee Tahoe. Started flying in the mountains of Lake Tahoe when I lived there. And then built up about 80 hours there, primarily soloing. I didn't actually finish up my private until I was up here. So I ended up with about 85 hours of solo time, flying around Reno and Tahoe in the summer. Almost killed myself a few times, and then came up here, finished it up. So I had about 80 hours there, a little bit of Alaska time, and the rest has just been instructional, ferrying. I mean, I've flown all over the States, ferrying airplanes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I love it. That's what you need to get into.
Ferrying?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That's good.
So, what all do you need to do that?
Just
commercial?
Yeah, commercial, Part 91 ferrying. Just get checked out in as many planes as you can, and just make sure that they're high performance and complicated, and then you'll I can give you a couple of phone numbers of people that will get you going on that shit as stuff comes up.
I would totally love that.
There's all kinds of stuff. The Cirrus stuff, they tend to be a bit fussy about it. They want an actual Cirrus instructor generally for insurance purposes, because you're dealing with like $600,000-$700,000 airplane.
Right.
But the rest of it is just just whatever you get.
That's cool.
And generally, you can negotiate. I always negotiate at least 400 a day plus my expenses, hotel and flight back, or flight to wherever I need to pick something up.
That's awesome.
So.
Yeah, I would totally do. So how'd you get checked out in a lot of things? I mean, did you make friends and trade time for things? Did you pay for the time? Like,
the Cirrus stuff, it landed on my lap because a former instructor of Gorge Winds started his own Cirrus school. His name is Bill Lewis. The school is no longer, because he had an accident actually last year that shut it down.
Cool.
But I essentially, for some reason, he and I got along really well, and he really liked the personality and the communication side of it. So he's like, come out and fly a little bit. And once I had received, probably 4 or 5 hours in the Cirrus, they're a piece of cake to fly. I was able to start picking up, a little bit of Cirrus work here and there. And then got hooked up with a guy called Chris Eichmann, who's actually a Cirrus, used to be a Cirrus CSIP from the factory, and Dan Ryan, who was one of the Cirrus test pilots. And Dan Ryan took me under his wing for a little bit, for about 30 hours, and then from there, once I had Dan Ryan's endorsement, I was good to go.
Sweet.
So it's mostly luck. There's nothing that I have that's any more than anyone else. I've just been lucky in some ways.
God, that would be a lot of fun to just do a bunch of ferrying.
Heck yeah. What the airport's that down there?
But we should be coming on to Hillsboro. Yeah, that's Hillsboro.
Alright, what altitude does that airspace go up to, and is it MSL or AGL?
That goes up to 2,700, and and that is MSL.
That's absolutely right. And what's the radius of Delta?
Delta is 4 nautical miles from the center point.
So if you aim just a little bit to the right of that tower, we can, once we get just a little further down the route here, we can start a descent, and we want to be pretty much at 1500 by the time we hit that tower, because that'll be the edge of Charlie.
Okay.
Oh, that was helpful, wasn't it?
You didn't understand that?
No.
It was,
what was he reporting position?
Said, he owed me a beer when we landed.
Oh, really? How did he know? Like E.T. trying to communicate with home or something.
We're above the glide slope.
Oh, we could drop this bad boy in there. We probably, if the engine quit, we probably wouldn't make it with the glide ratio of this aeroplane.
Funny. We should have start Twin Oaks, like maybe right beneath us.
I have it.
You do?
Yeah. It's not right beneath us, though.
Oh, wait a minute.
Holy smokes.
I went there one day.
Right there, it's kind of hidden. You can see the long barns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's got that little river that Twin went into last year.
Somebody flew a Twin into the river?
Yeah, they had a baggage door fly open and lost directional control. They just went fluke.
Oh, God.
Alright, how are we doing for... Well, we're not really away from Hillsborough yet.
No, somebody's coming in on...
I'd probably go a little more to the right, maybe another 10 degrees to the right, so we can get away and get down.
Runway 33 for right traffic up. Hotel is about 1 mile north over I-5, heading north.
That's pretty good. Let's start chopping and dropping.
Okay.
We'll at least drop it down to 27.
Forward descent checklist. Fuel selector, start the fullest tank. Power set is required. Rich. Set. Actually.
Do you have the Mountain of Scott in sight?
I do have the Mountain of Scott in sight.
I would like you to do a VFE full flap emergency descent.
Right now?
So gear up, keep the gear up, and slow it down to the white arc.
Okay.
And then at the white arc, I want you to dump full flaps in and pitch the nose forward for the edge of the white arc and see how fast we can come down.
For the edge of the white arc?
Yep.
Just dump full flaps in now?
Yep. Just yard them up, get the nose forward. So then we're going to be like a lawn dart and then trim for hands off. Make sure you don't exceed the white arc.
Boy, she's trimmed all the way forward.
Turning base for 33.
It is?
Yeah.
Wow. Alright, let's lawn dart it then.
So I guess I could pull power, huh?
Yeah, you can pull a bit of power.
Whoop.
It's
So
alright, we're above gear extension speed, so all you're doing is you're hitting the micro switch.
All I'm doing is what?
You're just hitting the micro switch.
Oh. So when's it dump? Below 100?
105.
105.
Yep.
Cool.
Thing screams, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mount Scott's just a little to the right, we'll aim for that.
You want me to come out at 1,500?
Yes, sir. That puts us well below the Charlie and we're well beyond Hillsborough.